welcome back to We Are Nacogdoches. It's the show where we hear a lot of good things about our town from the people who are involved. I'm Kelly Augustine with the Nacogdoches County Chamber of Commerce, and today I have Emily Childress with me. Emily works at our city's library, the Judy B. McDonald Public Library. She is the children's librarian and program coordinator, and I know she does a lot to keep our library fun and snazzy.
Snazzy.
Yeah.
I like that word. Yeah. I'd say that's one of my goals.
Well, Emily, I'm so happy to have you on the show and hear more about what goes on in your area of the library in our town. Why don't we just start with that? Give us a glimpse into what you get to play with at the library.
So as you mentioned, I cover the librarian duties in our children's area. So I order the books. I choose which books we're ordering. As far as the new books go, we also take requests too. So if anyone ever has a request, a book that we don't have, let us know. I'm always happy to fill in those gaps too. But I do a lot of the program planning as well, mostly with kids, but I've dabbled in some of the adult programming and the teen programming too. But the kids those are my special people. So it really, we're getting ready for the summer reading program right now, which will begin at the beginning of June. Stay tuned.
Great.
And so I'm really sort of buckling down and deciding what that's going to look like. The theme this year is Unearth a Story. So a lot of dinosaurs and digging and treasures and discovery. And it's a lot of fun. I think the summer reading program, with its theme sort of forces me, if you will, to explore areas and themes that I might not normally, personally. And not that I don't love a dinosaur, don't get me wrong, but it's been a lot of fun to look into this year's theme and figure out what we're going to do.
Well, do you have one of the books that you think would be a good example?
Yes, this is one I will definitely be reading at story time at one point this summer. It's called Dad's Dinosaur Day. It is super silly, and I love reading it aloud to kids. It's a really fun read aloud for me too, and it's got some great jokes for the grown-ups too, and it's a lot of fun. I love this one. So this is just one example of one of my favorite dinosaur books that we have here in the library.
Well, I'm glad you brought your books with you today. Mm-hmm. And I know from summer reading programs, and I'm still doing summer reading programs. I think they're fabulous, but they seem to have advanced just like everything, and you have other activities that go along with it. So people can look forward to other events and activities, right?
Yes, and as you said, that's a great point. Our summer reading program is for anyone. I mean, we have 4 different age brackets, if you will, up to, so preschool and younger, elementary, teens, and then adults. So adults can download the app. It's called Read Squared, and that will launch as we get closer to summer reading. But it's called Read Squared. You can create an account and log your reading and win prizes at the library. And then we have, grand prizes at the end for that people can enter into. So
that's great. And I'm glad you mentioned the different age groups because I think our library is designed for different age groups.
Yes.
Correct? Tell us a little bit about that for those that may not have explored.
I think that, if you haven't been to a library in a long time, you might imagine a room full of dusty books, and I cannot emphasize how much we try to not keep things dusty. We have everything from, fun programs and movie nights and things like that for people of all ages, but also, the AARP comes and they can help you do your taxes. That's a program we've partnered with them for years now. Our citizenship class has, had some really lovely stories come out of it. And it's not my goal, with the kids is always sort of, even if you come in to the library because you wanted to watch the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, that might lead you to pick up a Sonic the Hedgehog book, and that might lead you to read another book after that, and hopefully you'll become a reader.
And
So
there's actually a section in the building, right, where kids can just roam. Like
yes,
the shelves are their
yes,
size
yeah,
and the chairs are their
yeah.
size. It's so cute.
And we're actually about to paint, so we'll be closed for about a week at the end of April. You'll see those dates posted on all of our social media platforms and all of that. But they're going to paint, and so yeah, hopefully things will look fresh and exciting for the summer reading program.
That's wonderful. Well, since we've talked about everything in the building, why don't you tell us where the building is and some other information just about our library?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's located, it's in the same building as the recreation center. I have kids at schools who will go, oh wait, my brother plays basketball there. Great. If that's how you know it, great. Hop next door and we can find you a book. Or across the street from the big Kroger. That's the other way I give directions. And all you have to, if you don't have a library card, all you need to get one is an ID, something that shows that you live in Nacogdoches County, and we can get you set up. We have other things that you can access aside from books for checkout. We have our library of things, which, that enables you to check things out like a baking pan or picnic set, fishing poles, all kinds of stuff. We also have our seed library. So, if you don't want to buy some seeds, but you want to try something out, come to the library and grab a couple seeds and see how it goes. We've got movies, all kinds of things.
Yes, and I have even checked out a sewing machine.
Yes, exactly.
That's wonderful. It really is. So tell us about your day. I mean, are you an 8 to 5 person? What?
My schedule is technically 9 to 6.
Uh-huh.
I need that hour break. So 9 to 6. And my days really vary. I don't have, I mean, when I don't have something unusual going on, I'm there from 9 to 6. But, about once a month, I go and read at Fredonia, the pre-K campus, and I'm there for half the day. So you might not see me for half the day that day. So sometimes I'm a little bit in and out. Sometimes I have to get to the back and get work done because I'm going into my 7th year doing this. And I know so many lovely, beautiful faces and friends, and I love to talk. So sometimes I have to I have to take myself to the back and get work done in the back. But so it really depends. Sometimes I'll devote, a few hours to ordering books, looking through my catalogs and my websites, a lot of looking at other libraries and what other children's librarians are doing to get ideas from both my, books and from programming. And then, yeah, it really depends. Sometimes I follow my heart, whatever I, feel like I need, whatever I'm motivated to do in that moment or that day. In short, it's a lot of fun. And I say that very sincerely.
Well, I am curious. You've mentioned twice now about ordering the books, and you will take suggestions. But how do you order the books? I mean, do you get to read thousands of books so you can pick out 100 of them? Or how do you do that?
There are a couple of catalogs or journals that are sent, to me. And so like School Library Journal, the Horn Book, are two sources I really trust. And a lot of times they'll just have little blurbs that are, here's what the book is about. Here's maybe something you ought to know about the book. They'll have starred reviews, so books that they really liked. I guess for the people that are in a big hurry and just want to order the starred reviews. But so I've started to get an idea of what a lot of the kids in Nacogdoches like to read. If there's a new Dogman book coming out, I'm immediately ordering like 3 copies of Dogman because the children go nuts for Dogman. I know that, I have a lot of our kids, they read a lot of fantasy. And so if there's some really cool fantasy series coming out, I'm going to grab that for our library and for our kids. And then again, sometimes they surprise me. Sometimes kids will approach me with, a topic that like I had no idea was new and hip and cool. And so that's my signal to research that and see what's out there. And yeah.
Do you compliment our ISD's libraries? I'm still thinking schools have
Yeah.
libraries.
That's a good question. I should probably stay in touch with them a little bit more about, what it is that they're ordering. But I wouldn't be surprised if we were, like any time I've gone to visit our schools, our school libraries, and talk to the librarians, I see a lot of the same titles. So I'd be surprised if we were veering in very different directions.
So if they can't find it at their school library, they definitely need to come to the city
Absolutely.
library.
And you never know, I might have access to something that, maybe your school doesn't for some reason. So you never know.
That's great. And I appreciate all you do for our library.
Thank you.
You bring a good energy.
Thank you. I really try.
So how would people find you or find out more information?
You can check the library website. That's nactx.us/library. So we try to keep that as updated as possible. Our Facebook page is another big one. So you can follow the Nacogdoches Public Library on Facebook. And I'd say that's a pretty easy source to find.
Wonderful. And I'm going to see you soon at the library.
Yay!
Thanks for being with us
Thank
today.
You, Kelly. Thank you.
And we thank you for joining us on We Are Nacogdoches. We'll see you again soon.
This program is brought to you by the Department of Media and Communication at Stephen F. Austin State University, in association with the Nacogdoches County Chamber of Commerce, and with special thanks to the City of Nacogdoches.